Good morning and welcome to Doga with me, Kimberly, and Mookie, who's sporting his new, you can see I created this, his new kind of superhero scarf, his Woof Driver t-shirt. And we are going to be showing you a few exercises that you can do with your pup and ways too that ideally you can have a little more tranquility in your everyday. And to get started, I wanted to mention that you can find all these videos. This is our 10th episode. You can find all of these at kimberlywilson.com/doga. And of course, on Woof Driver's Facebook page, where he has tons and tons of additional videos with all sorts of wonderful resources for you and your pup. So thank you for being here today. For this practice, all you need is if you have a yoga mat, that would be wonderful. It's not a necessity, but it's a wonderful add, right, Mookie? He's going down. This tends to be his nap time. We'll get him back up in a moment. I also love to have lavender oil nearby. Being in Washington, D.C., I'm coated in mosquito bites this time of the year, and this is actually really good for that. But it's also good for relaxation, so I like to share with Mookie. You probably heard him do a little snorting. And then I like to put it behind my ears and on my wrist too. So it's a nice kind of way to help calm and ground as you start your Tuesday. So again, a big welcome to today's Doga edition. And we're going to begin with some deep breathing while Mookie probably goes right on over. This is like his favorite part. And for the deep breathing, I'm just going to pull him in a little bit. Come on in, little monkey. There we go. So what we're going to do is bring one hand to the heart center of your beloved pup, or you may have a few of them around, and then one hand to your heart center if possible. And begin by taking a few deep breaths. If you'd like, you can close your eyes, or you can have your gaze down and soft. And take a big inhale through the nose. Think of filling your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And then exhale, release your chest, ribs, and belly. Again, inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. This is the pose that Mookie's really good at. And then take a moment to create an intention for our practice time together today, or maybe even simply for your day. How would you like to show up today? What is it that you notice that wants attention? Maybe any physical sensations you may be observing, any repetitive thoughts, or any emotions that arise. Just kind of paying attention to those and maybe crafting an intention for how you'd like to show up around that. And now we're going to begin our Doga practice. So if your pup will arise and get up and get ready for some Doga. What I'm going to do is actually bring him right on up, and then I am sitting on my shins. So I'm going to roll over onto my hips. Hi, Mook. Then I'm going to lift him up. Now, if you have a big dog, this is going to be very challenging. If you have a little one, it's so easy. This one weighs about 24 pounds, so he's a bit heavy. He's quite muscular. So what I'm going to do is work into a core pose. Hi, sweet boy. So for some of you, you're going to be able to just hold him up and it'll be nice and easy. I'm going to rest him on my thigh. And then here, getting a little bit of core work. See if you can keep that spine nice and tall. You can do a little check-in with your pup. As you can tell, he loves this. Right, Mookie? He's like, can't I nap? It's not nap time right now, honey. It's Doga. And then taking a few deep breaths. Little bit of time connecting with your pup, saying a little hello. Little scratch behind the ears is always good. And then we're going to lift up today. We're going to come up into a standing pose. So for you who have big dogs, this may be too much. You could just leave him lying down. For him, I'm going to lift him right on up. And then we're going to do some standing yoga. All right, so I've got him resting on my hip. And what we're going to do is begin here in Tadasana. So coming to a strong mountain pose. And again, you can have your pup down below, or you can lift your pup. You could also have a little sling or a backpack for your pup and just have them kind of resting on you while you do your yoga. We're going to be in here Tadasana, mountain pose. So it's a grounding pose, pressing into all four corners of both feet. And then standing tall, reaching through the crown of your head. And taking a few deep breaths here, rooting into all four corners of the feet, lifting tall, deep breathing. Nice. And then we're going to open the feet and come on into a warrior two. So I'm turning my right foot out, left foot's at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to bend into the right knee. So again, holding here. Hi, Mook Mook. And you can maybe reach one arm out or keep that pup supported. I like to do just a little bit of jostling on the hip. And see if we can get knee over the ankle. Deep, full breaths here. And then straighten that leg. We'll move to the other side. So you're going to turn that right foot in and then left side out. So if you have a pup that's easy to maneuver, you can move him back and forth from hip to hip and get them a little bit of movement too. So here he gets to drop down. So left knee over left ankle. Hi, Mookie. Breathing here. Maybe that right arm reaches out. Maybe it stays supportive. So breathing as you drop a little bit deeper, maybe even opening those feet a bit further. For those of you who want to take it a little deeper, you can even work to get that thigh parallel to the floor. And then lifting back up. And now turn both feet so they're facing straight ahead. So for this one, I'm going to put him down and I'm going to fold forward. You ready, Mookie? So I'm going to bring him right on down, drop him down. There you go, Mookie. And then you want to take a sit? There we go. And then as you come, opening those feet hip width apart. Hello, I'm just going to slide you right on over. There you go, so everyone can see you while you work so hard in your Doga pose. It's super cute. So for this one, you're going to open your feet hip width apart and then just keep spreading them a little bit wider so that if my arms were extended out, the ankles would be somewhat underneath the wrists, right? So you hinge from your hip. If you need to take a bend in the knees, please feel free. And then you're going to fold forward, and then this is where you can have your pup involved again. So what I'm going to do is just slide him on in. Yes, I know. He's like, I'm working so hard, and he loves to be on his back. So you can just kind of roll them over and do a little scratching and a little connecting while you get your yoga on. So deep breathing, press into all four corners of the feet. Notice the feet may have a tendency to want to roll out. We want to keep them grounded, pressing to the inner part of the foot. And again, just a little connection with your pup. I like to try to do a little bit of stretching of him here. So reaching one arm and the opposite leg. He likes Doga when it's done to him. Nice. And then bending one knee and then flexing the opposite foot. So this pose is called Skandasana. And this one is nice too because here you are back down on the ground and able to connect with the pup. You'll feel a nice big opening in the left thigh. And now some of you may not come down this far. You may end up more like here. Totally fine. So again, with yoga, we're always looking for finding poses that work for your body with your pup. And we never want pain, but we do want sensation, right? So you want to feel a little bit of an opening. And breathing here, as always, we want to stay connected to the breath. That left foot is flexed. And then we're going to lift up and do the other side. So lift through those hips and then come right on over into that left knee. So dropping down, foot is flexed, pup is scratched. So again, this is called Skandasana. He likes this pose. He's like, staying upright in Warrior 2 is exhausting. All right, so we're going to do once more each side. So switching those hips on over to the right. And again, if you'd like, you can do a little bit of stretching here with your pup. I like to do just a little bit of lengthening of those legs. And then we'll come once more over to the left side. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stretching of his arms. His arms he doesn't like as much as his legs. And then back to the center. So I'm going to bend his knees so that I can drop back down. And then I'm going to extend both legs straight out. So we're we're coming back to sort of where we began today. Right, so both kind of resting, sitting up tall. And again, he loves being on his back. So it's a nice, relaxing way for him to get his Doga on without really having to do much, let's be honest. All right, so flex your feet. If you'd like, take flesh from the thighs, roll it out, get those sitting bones grounded. You can also use a trusty block or a blanket, anything that might help to elevate your hips, particularly if you find yourself feeling like you're sitting more like this. Sitting on a block will help to elevate and give you that pelvic tilt to move forward. So here, what I could also do is draw him in and rest him on my legs. I think he's pretty content here, so I'll just leave him here. But just so you know, that's an option with your dog if they are a little more active at this moment and not in total Shavasana. So we're going to reach forward, lengthening through the chest. And if this is too much for you, you are welcome to bend the knees and drop forward. All right, so see if you can keep that spine as straight as possible. And again here, just a little check-in. See how they're doing. He's very content. Yes. And he likes to snore a lot. Hence the pug. He's 75% pug and 25% terrier. So he's got an interesting mix, and he definitely has the pug snore going. So reaching here, bring left hand to right ankle or shin, and reach your right arm back behind you. So again here, reaching, extending, taking a nice juicy twist, and then back to the center. We'll do the other side. So I'm going to bring my right hand to the left ankle or left shin, and then left arm behind me. Gazing over that back thumb. And then back to the center. Let's do one back bend. So bring your arms behind you, cartwheel them back, turn the fingertips in toward the body, press into the hands, and lift through the chest. Again, breathing here. And release. So we're going to end today the way we began, which is with some deep breathing. So for you, if you would like, you can come and lie down with your pup. He's clearly a fan of this today and many days. It's really what he does all day, let's be honest. Then I'm going to lie down in my side Shavasana. So I'm going to lie on my side versus on my back as I typically would. And then just resting down here. And giving little scratches maybe under the arms, the belly, behind the ears. And if you would like, you can completely release down. Maybe closing the eyes. And taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can get the rhythm with your pup's breath. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. And then coming back to, if you'd like, a seated position, or you feel free to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer. Shavasana is a wonderful pose to rest in, even midday. Just take a little break, a little mini Shavasana break. Your pup's probably already in one. And allow yourself the chance to just slow down and breathe. So I want to say a big thank you for being here today. Also a big happy fall to those of you in the Northern Hemisphere on Thursday. And I look forward to seeing you again next week, Tuesday at 10 a.m. Again, you can find all these videos at kimberlywilson.com/doga and on the Woof Driver Facebook page. Thanks for being here and have a great day.